Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And once again, at my local Target, I was able to come up with a pretty cool figure here. This one is actually from the video games, and I do remember playing this when it first came out back on my Xbox 360. And it's really cool to actually start getting some of the figures. I do have a lot of figures from the second game, none from the first. So guys, let's check it out for the Transformers video game. This here is Cliffjumper. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at the figure that we're going to be looking at today, which is right here. This here is Cliffjumper from the Transformers video game War for Cybertron. But before we take a look at the figure, let's go ahead and take a look at first the packaging. So first thing, you got this cool picture of Cliffjumper on the front of the box. You got the window exposing the figure there as well. As also, this is a Studio Series Gamer Edition Cliffjumper here. You got a cool picture of him on the side along with Studio Series. Once again, he is a deluxe figure. Hopefully I can get my camera to focus on that. Let me see if the camera, there we go. It is a deluxe figure. And on the back, we got some product shots of the figure in both modes. It takes 21 steps to get him from robot to alt mode. He does come with, once again, one of those backgrounds that all the Studio Series figures have. And on the bottom of the box, we have a bunch of Lego mumbo jumbo down there. We have another cool shot, full body of Cliffjumper over here, looking really cool with the Autobot authentic logo right there. Once again, really cool. Here is the Transformers War for Cybertron logo on top of the box, as always. Very nicely done. Some more Lego mumbo jumbo here at the bottom. But guys, let's go ahead, let's get him out of the box, and let's take a look at this action figure. Alright guys, so here he is outside of the box, looking pretty cool right now. But as always, let's go ahead and get a closer look at the figure. Now as you can see, he does have a really nice head sculpt, kind of reminds me of Transformers Prime. He's got lots of detail on him. Now he does look like Bumblebee from the game. I don't remember if Cliffjumper was in or not. It's been so long since I played it. I'm gonna have to see if I can look it up and play it again. But you got some weird figuring on the side of the legs here. Weird positioning of the body, as you can see there. Nothing different, nothing special. It's just he looks like he's all leg and a short torso. But once again, I'm pretty sure that's due to the transformation, but he does look very closely similar to the design of this figure in the video game itself. Like I said, articulation wise, his head can go left to right, can look up a little bit, not much, but it does have a little bit up and down and left to right. Now the arms are on a ball joint, so they can go out 90 degrees to the left, and you can get them the elbow 90 degrees here. It doesn't look like it because of the big tires there. But his arms are at 90 degrees. He does have bicep rotation as well, as you can see here. Now, he doesn't have much articulation in the wrist, but he can do 360 at the shoulder, nevertheless. Now, he does have hip rotation, as you can see here, and I'm pretty sure that's mostly due to transformation. But his legs, let me get it right here, see if I can get it. I think that's about as far as his legs gonna go. Almost 90 degrees, just not quite. And once again, his legs are on a ball joint as well. I'm trying to see if I can actually get it there. Okay, looks like we can get it. Just gotta do a little finagling, and you can get his leg out 90 degrees. And it looks like it popped out of the ball joint too. So let me just slap that back in. And forward, you can actually go 90 degrees there, no problems. Towards the rear, almost 90 degrees, very close. And he does have a thigh rotation. Now when it comes to his knees, let me get it here so you can actually see a little bit better. He does go past 90 degrees, which is very good for articulation. And once again, I'm pretty sure that's all based on his transformation. Now when it comes to the toes and the feet, he does have some toe articulation there. It can go down. And he does have a little bit of ankle tiltage, a little bit weird, but still nevertheless, it's ankle tiltage. He is still a very cool figure, and like I said, I do remember playing this game. I do remember Bumblebee in the game. I remember him from the commercials. Not really sure about Cliffjumper in this one. I do know Cliffjumper was in the second game. Not sure if he was in the first, but very cool. And he does come with an accessory. He does come with this right here. Not even sure what it's called. It doesn't even say on the description or anything. It's just one of his weapons. So we have this part right here. And also he comes with another part as well. This one looks more like a pistol and it kind of acts like one as well, which is very cool because in the game, these guys didn't actually carry pistols or rifles or anything like in the cartoon series. They actually formed up from their hands. Now this is really weird because even though the weapons form from their hands, he does come with a sword. I don't remember them ever carrying swords, so we'll see what that actually has to do, but we'll go ahead and place the sword in this one hand here. As you can see. Now to actually use the weapon, you actually take this arm and pop it off, and he has a little peg there. And you can just plop this weapon on there like this. If you wanted to just use just that as it is. Once again, not really sure what type of weapon that was. I don't recognize it from the game, but I'll have to look at it because it's been a while since I played it. Or you could pop on this weapon. I think that does look pretty cool with that weapon on there. Get a nice pose out of it. There we go. But let's go ahead and put his arm back. And as you can see here, he does have a spot. If you wanted to, you can post that up. I think you can post the weapons there too because the pegs are still the same. I'm not sure if they'll hold both of them. You can get both of them if you wanted to. But nevertheless, there is a peg back there if you wanted to put some of the accessories on his back. And that's Cliffjumper in his robot mode. Let's go ahead and let's jump to his alt mode.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
カーロボット隊は移動基地バトルコンボイを完成させた。大型トレーラー、グリゾンエネルギーの補給、整備ドック、司令基地としての役割を果たす。バトルコンボイの登場でカーロボットの世界が変わる。移動基地バトルコンボイ。
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so here is Cliffjumper in his alt mode, which is a very futuristic Cybertronian vehicle. Let's go ahead and get a closer look at it. It looks pretty cool. It looks like something I would expect to be alien. It doesn't have any windows, no seating in it, because he wouldn't know of anything like that, of any type of Earth vehicle. So this does work for the Cybertronian game. As you can see, he's got 4 wheels. He packs up pretty nicely on here. Alright, that's not a little bit, got to be pushed in a little bit more. It's got a lot of peg points for the weapon systems because, you know, they can't use their weapons in their vehicle modes. He is got a section here where if you wanted to put the rifle, you can actually peg this in underneath here and use it as storage. As you can see right there, that's something you can do if you wanted to do. And like I said, he has a bunch of pegs on top so you can stick the weapons up there. Now this one, I'm not too sure is actually going to work being pegged down here because this is kind of bulky. As you can see, when you put it in, it doesn't really have any way to go and it sticks out the bottom. But you can, if you wanted to, peg it up on top like that right there. It's something to do if you want to do with these vehicles and these figures. Nobody says you have to do it, but if you wanted to do it, it's a possibility that you can. And as always, you got the pegs on the back. Alright, I think you can hold the sword there as well. Let me see here. Hey, you can actually put the sword in there as well if you wanted to. Well, like I said, it's something to do if you want to do it. That goes for this figure right here of Cliffjumper from the Transformers video game War for Cybertron. And I think this is where we're going to end the video for today. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to Transformers, the video game War for Cybertron, Cliffjumper, is he worth getting? To me personally, I do feel he's definitely worth getting. It is a cool figure, and I do like the fact that they are bringing out this old toy line and reissuing it out for guys who missed out on the first time, because I missed out on the first time. I didn't even know these figures came out the first time. I did see the Optimus Prime after a while, but when I decided to go actually look for him, I wasn't able to find him anywhere. So to get a second bite of the apple is pretty cool for me. Now those of you guys who actually collect these and hope they go up in value, the value of these figures might go down just a little bit. It all depends on the quality of the original figures versus the quality of these figures and how many of these figures they're going to be bringing out. It all depends on a lot of variations, though it might go down slightly. I don't see it going down too much in value with these new figures, because I'm pretty sure these are designed a lot different than the originals. But having said that, just be alert of that, guys, that your original ones might go down a little bit. So if you got any that you got on eBay or selling them on there on the internet somewhere, they might go down and you might slow down on selling them. But once again, these are some very cool figures, and I'm glad they do come out, and I am picking up as many of them as I can. Well guys, once again, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video, and share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.